Marshal Ellsperman asked Dr. Joseph Barrett to meet him at City Hall Police Headquarters to take the doctor's statement about the incident at the Massoni house.
Thanks for coming in, Dr. Barrett. I just need to ask you a few routine questions about last night.
That was a bloody mess. Haven't seen that much carnage since the war. The good people need to feel safe and the lesser classes need to know their place. Dragging the Nafsker boy down to their level. You need to put a stop to that sort of thing.
Don't worry. Me and the boys are working on it. About when did you get called out?
I was called to see a man about 2 o'clock in the morning. Took my son Edward with me as he's studying to be a doctor. The policeman showed us to the house.
Who all was there when you got to the Massoni house?
The man was lying on the floor, and the only other person I saw was the lady, Mrs. Massoni.
Did she say anything to you?
She just pointed and said, "That man needs help."
What condition was the man in?
Not good and suffering greatly. He was lying face down.
What did you do?
Me and my son attempted to get him on his back, but he would groan and go back the other way. It took some time working with him before we could get him to roll over so we could dress his wounds.
What exactly were his wounds?
The one on his throat was the worst. The cut had almost severed his windpipe and ran down across his breast. There was another under his left arm about 9 inches long. His nose was cut in two and down across his left cheek. Then there was one long cut on the back of his head and a smaller one on his left hip. There was also a bunch of small cuts and scratches on his head and upper body.
What killed him?
Hard to say for sure. He had no pulse at the wrist when we got there, and none at any time we were working on him, but he was still breathing. He even managed to almost get up one time. He bled very freely, and with the amount of blood he lost, I was amazed he lived as long as he did.
So, what killed him?
First, I thought he must have had some other condition which caused his death, as he rallied a bit after we closed up the worst of his wounds. But with no other medical evidence, I'd have to say he probably died from the loss of blood.
Did he ever say anything to you? Tell you who cut him up?
We, meaning me and the policeman, asked him a number of times who did it. And all he kept saying was, "Me die," repeatedly.
Nothing else?
Before we carried him into the bedroom, he said, "They all killed me. Once or twice," he said Wade. Then would say, "Kill me, George." Then George, all of them. But mainly he spoke of dying. Me die, me die.
About when did he finally die?
Time of death was around 5:15 in the morning. That's when he stopped breathing.
Okay, thanks, Doc. That's all I need. Don't think I need to talk to your son, as I know he's busy with his medical school studies.
Mm-hmm.